if you have to reckon with the realities of your physical body, it stops you from getting abstracted off into these like weird dithering things. Intellectuals are very good at this, right? They're very good at sort of dithering away into stuff that's not actually about anything real. If you genuinely force yourself to handle what's right in front of you, you will find that your relationship to politics and to the world becomes more healthy and sane. Think again about where your emotional landscape is oriented. What's the true north of your inner life, right? Is it something a million miles away from you that doesn't have any discernible effects on you? Or is it something that is right in front of you that you can actually involve yourself in and change, right? There's got to be something dysfunctional about living more in your imagination of what's going on in the whole country than about what's going on right around you. If you wake up every day and you're actually like happy in your personal life, then but you're nevertheless despairing in your heart because of what's going on the global stage. Something is wrong about the way you're thinking about the world. Something is not, wrong in the sense of bad. It's just wrong in the sense of it's not helping you any. It's not helping you to do the stuff that you are supposed to be doing. If, on the other hand, you have genuine problems that are bothering you, like right outside your door, then that's the thing to work on and to devote all of your energy to. Because if you can't solve that problem, you're not actually going to solve the vast national problem, right? So let the stuff that we talk about on the show and your national concerns inform the stuff that you think about. So if I know, for example, that I'm really interested in and invested in solutions to the what I think is an educational crisis, but I'm looking for ways to do that in real life and not to like sign some national petition. Nothing against national petitions exactly, but I just think that you need a way to be forced into reckoning with the reality of the world right in front of you. There's one more Wendell Berry passage that I want to read that reckons with this from, I think, one of his best essays, Nature as Measure. And in this, he sort of talks about this sense of reality that I'm talking about. He says, and he's again, of course, talking about farming. He says, farming cannot take place except in nature. Therefore, if nature does not thrive, farming cannot thrive. But we know, too, that nature includes us. It is not a place into which we reach from some safe standpoint outside it. We are in it and are a part of it while we use it. If it does not thrive, we cannot thrive. The appropriate measure of farming, then, is the world's health and our health, and this is inescapably one measure. But the oneness of this measure is far different from the singularity of the standard of productivity that we have been using. It is far more complex. One of its concerns, one of the inevitable natural measures, is productivity. But it is also concerned for the health of all the creatures belonging to a given place, from the creatures of the soil and water to the humans and other creatures of the land, surface, to the birds of the air. The use of nature as measure proposes an atonement between ourselves and the world, between economy and ecology, between the domestic and the wild. Or it proposes a conscious and careful recognition of the interdependence between ourselves and nature that has in fact always existed and, if we are to live, must always exist. Now remember, always on this show, and I think here as well, the word nature means more than just like grass and trees, right? He's talking about the whole order of the cosmos and the whole essential way in which we both fit into it and shape it, but also are ourselves shaped by it. And if you have a vast, grand theory about how to fix the whole world, but you can't make the people around you conform to that theory, there's something wrong with the theory, right? And so by investing in local politics and by getting out there into your school system and figuring out what's wrong and talking to your neighbors about it, right, you will actually discover the things that are more necessary to do also on the national scale than you will by shouting and theorizing about what has to happen at the national level, about where we're going to go in the next 10, 20, 30 years. You don't know that.